Right now at 5, 75 Somali and Syrian refugees will soon be calling the Chippewa Valley home.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. 75 Somali and Syrian refugees will soon be calling the Chippewa Valley home. World Relief, a humanitarian organization that provides housing for families displaced by war and other humanitarian crises, will resettle the refugees in Eau Claire beginning next year. But already the move is creating controversy between the city of Eau Claire and U.S. Congressman Tom Tiffany. News 8 Now Jeremy Wall has the latest.
Ken and Emily, Tom Tiffany minced no words in a call with me this afternoon, saying he's concerned the refugees coming to Wisconsin won't be properly vetted and could bring trouble for their new neighbors. In a letter to Eau Claire City Council President Emily Burgee, Tiffany argues the city did not share enough information with the public prior to the decision to resettle refugees in the area, nor do they solicit public input on the project. Burgee says she was surprised by the letter since Tiffany's 7th District of Wisconsin doesn't include Eau Claire. When asked about the information shared with the public surrounding the refugee settlement, Burgee said it's never been a secret.
There's no big secret here, I guess. I mean, we're talking about it right now, and we would continue to, we will continue to be talking about it because it's good for people to know what's going on.
Burgee says the city is cooperating with federal agencies and World Relief, but that refugee resettlement is not solely a local responsibility. She says it is the responsibility of the U.S. government to safely and properly locate, integrate, and support immigrants resettling in the U.S. Coming up at 6, we talk one-on-one with Congressman Tiffany about the refugees coming to Eau Claire and his concerns for the project. Ken and Emily?
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. Well, Wisconsin's Joint Finance Committee has voted to adjust for inflation the tax credits for parents who send their kids to private school. But in the same meeting, they voted not to adjust for inflation the tax credits for farmers. The committee first took up an amendment to Viroqua Representative Lauren Oldenburg's bill to preserve farmland. Oldenburg's third attempt at passing this bill reduces the length of the agreement between state and farmer from 15 years to 10 years. It also gives higher tax credits to farmers who follow soil and water conservation standards and requires that those tax credits are automatically indexed or adjusted for inflation. But the latest Assembly amendment he made would remove that index. Oldenburg tells News 8 Now his party's leadership requested that amendment from him. Stevens Point Senator Patrick Testin says Oldenburg's bill was good the first time, but the committee's co-chair says a tax credit adjustment should not be automatic. It should be a decision each time through the legislature.
I think we're at a point now where with this amendment we'll have the support that we need to pass in the Assembly.
It makes sense to say we create this and we should modify it up or down or whatever. It should be an action as opposed to just automatically happening.
But that mentality did not last long. The very next item was a Republican bill that would consolidate the state's second and third tax brackets, increase the child and dependent tax credits, and increase parent credits for parents who send their kids to private school. And those credits for those parents would be automatically adjusted for inflation. The committee ended up passing that item 8-4. All right, time now for a look at our Coulee Region forecast with Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart. A little bit different vibe than yesterday, Greg.
Yeah, Halloween's done, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a different vibe as we now enter the month of November. And yes, we've actually entered on a cool note. Once again, a little bit warmer than yesterday, but overall we just had cloud cover mainly across most of the area. If you look at the big picture, what you see on radar right now, that is actually not reaching ground. We've been dealing with cloud cover off and on, but there is some clearing behind these clouds. Once again, that radar stuff, snow that's actually indicated there is not reaching the ground, just cloud cover mainly, and we'll see some breaks here early on. Otherwise, temperatures much more December-like than the first day of November. Still a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. You notice to the west, temperatures that we are warming, and bigger picture shows there is some warmer air to the west, including 41 in Bismarck. So there is some hope on the way if you're looking for warmer temperatures. Unfortunately, the lows this morning, we had some ones all the way down to 15 to 17 degrees up to the north. But for this evening, once again, we'll decrease the clouds for La Crosse. Temperatures getting down to 32 degrees. Otherwise, for Eau Claire, too, that clouds will begin to break up a little bit, too. We'll get down to the upper 20s. Still chilly, but not as bad as what we saw the last couple nights. But further on, we do have the 50s coming back. I'll break down if we got any rain coming this weekend. And yes, we do have rain and some cooler temps coming next week. Unfortunately, what a year makes. Yesterday, last year, November 2nd, it actually was in the 70s.
Oh.
So A little bit hurts.
Yeah, a little bit. Greg, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Well, South Middle School in Eau Claire held a groundbreaking for the start of some needed upgrades to the school.
The nearly $99 million referendum was passed last year and will fund the South Middle School project along with 3 other major projects in the Eau Claire School District.
This is the largest project, slightly over $42 million worth. South was built in the early 80s and it was in dire need of repair and improvements.
The construction side is going to be a long process. We're very fortunate that we had this opportunity through our general public, through our referendum, to be able to do this.
Everything from new walls to carpeting and LED lighting will be part of the upgrades. That project set to be completed in 2026. Other projects included in the capital referendum are North High School, Putnam High School, and Memorial High School, all in Eau Claire.
Logan Middle School 7th graders participated in the urban planning curriculum presentation this afternoon. The annual activity gives kids the opportunity to create new ideas for the city's redevelopment projects, and it focuses on the importance of team building. The city has hosted this event for the past 10 years, and it's a way to encourage kids to get involved in the planning of their community.
We, as planners, really want to encourage future generations of planners and encourage more diversity in the planning field.
This year's project planning was for the redevelopment of Train Building 17. 15 teams of young planners entered, and 4 were selected to have their ideas passed on to the project developers.
President Biden is requesting emergency funding from Congress to fight the opioid epidemic.
And Biden is asking Congress for $1.2 billion to fund the administration's work to crack down on drug trafficking. He's specifically looking to stop fentanyl from crossing the southern border. Biden also calling for $1.55 billion to fund the Health and Human Services state opioid response grants. Those grants would be used to provide harm reduction and recovery support services. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin supports the emergency funding request. She says too many Wisconsinites have already lost loved ones to overdoses.
I've talked to moms of children who have lost their lives in their 20s or teens, and it's just tragic, and we can do more and we must do more.
Baldwin adds that over 1,400 Wisconsinites died from overdoses last year, a statistic she says is heartbreaking. Since 2018, the state opioid response grant program has provided treatment services to over 1.2 million people.
Just ahead tonight at 5, Free to Leave.
For the first time in more than 3 weeks, hundreds of people waiting at the border between Gaza and Egypt have been allowed to leave. Tina Kraus reports. We'll be right back after this.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Design your dream kitchen with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Mad City is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Installed in as little as 2 days, backed with a lifetime warranty. Plus, with Mad City's price lock guarantee, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. And we're ready to take your call now during our holiday savings sale. Receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project, 48 months, 0% interest, senior and military discounts. Plus a bonus, receive $500 in Mad City cash with your cabinet refacing purchase. Good for future home improvement projects. And call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Hunting for rustic this season? Set your sights on Western Wisconsin's premier cabin store. Browse real wood selections of aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialties like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars, coffee tables, end tables, and one-of-a-kind epoxy pieces. Accessorize with a huge selection of rugs and lamps. Customize cabin upholstery from Bestcraft and rockers, chairs, and easy sofas. Visit our bed shed and outfit your cabin with sets in king, queen, full, and twin. Case pieces and bunk beds to match. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
For the first time in more than 3 weeks, hundreds of people waiting at the border between Gaza and Egypt have been allowed to leave. The development comes as Israel's military took aim again at a refugee camp in Gaza, claiming there are Hamas targets in the area.
As the humanitarian crisis intensifies, Jordan, a key U.S. ally, recalled its ambassador from Israel Wednesday and told Israel's ambassador to stay out of the country. Tina Kraus has more from Tel Aviv.
Hundreds of Palestinians holding dual citizenship left Gaza Wednesday, including some Americans, through the Rafah border crossing into Egypt. Ambulances filled with dozens of injured Palestinians were also allowed to leave. Headed into Gaza, more humanitarian aid, though health officials say the supplies are still just a fraction of what's needed for the millions of civilians living in the Hamas-controlled territory, which has been almost completely cut off since the brutal terror attack on Israel last month. The humanitarian breakthrough comes as Israel intensifies its military operations in Gaza. Hamas says Israeli missile strikes on the northern Jabalia refugee camp killed and injured dozens of civilians. Israel says the strikes killed dozens of Hamas fighters, including a senior commander, and destroyed a tunnel complex. In Jerusalem, mourners gathered for the funeral of one of at least 16 soldiers Israel says have been killed since the start of the ground invasion. While in Tel Aviv, sirens warned of incoming rockets, sending Israelis running to shelters.
Israelis we spoke to say every day is a struggle with the heartbreak and anxiety war brings.
You have to take a deep breath to fill the lungs with breath, with air.
To feel life.
To feel life, to go on.
Local markets here are much emptier than usual as Israelis try to find their own way to live through a war they're being told will be long and difficult. Tina Kraus, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
The Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry says more than 8,700 Palestinians have been killed in the war, mostly women and children.
More than 1,400 Israelis were killed. Most of those were civilians who were killed during the Hamas attack on October 7th. Hamas is still holding more than 200 people hostage, including children. Well, coming up, borrowers have seen interest rates skyrocket in the past year. One key interest rate is currently at a 22-year high, but it's not going to get any higher for now.
I know if we start off November cold, we are going to get close to back where we should be, about the mid-50s here soon. I'll break down when the 50s come, how long they'll stay, and when the wet weather returns. All that coming up after the break on your First Warn Weather Update.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices and a free USA flag blanket with any purchase. Plus, get free shipping. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
The kitchen is where family gathers during the holidays, so make your space more inviting with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Add beauty with new door and drawer fronts with soft close hinges and glides. Improve functionality with pull-out shelves, lazy Susans, new countertops, and a new sink. We install in as little as 2 days, and with our price lock guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, now during our holiday savings sale, receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project with 48 months, 0% interest, senior and military discounts. As a bonus, receive $500 in Mad City cash, good for future home improvements. Grab the phone, call during this program, and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Transform your home with a new garage door from Ideal Door at Menards. We have more than 1,000 different style and color options to choose from and multiple types of doors in stock today. Get this 9x7 garage door for $334.99 after 11% rebate. Update your garage with a Chamberlain garage door opener. This chain dry model comes with built-in Wi-Fi, allowing you to open and close your garage door from anywhere. Get it today for $129.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Christmas is now open at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 40% off. Get a great selection of trees, wreaths, garland, and all your holiday decor needs. 'Tis the season for everything Christmas at Home Seasonal Concepts, inside all home furniture showrooms.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Borrowers have seen interest rates skyrocket in the past year. One key interest rate currently at a 22-year high, but it's not going any higher for now, as Bradley Blackburn explains.
The Federal Reserve's latest interest rate strategy is to leave them alone.
Given how far we have come, along with the uncertainties and risks we face, the committee is proceeding carefully.
The Fed hasn't raised its short-term benchmark rate since July, but an active bond market is pushing up long-term rates. Interest on credit cards is at a 20-year high. Used car loans are over 11%, up 46% from 2020. And in 2 years, mortgage rates have jumped from 3% to nearly 8%.
These levels will slow down the pace of borrowing, which should in turn also keep the economy slowing.
Higher interest rates are designed to reduce consumer spending power and in turn bring down inflation. But Americans went on a spending spree this past summer and inflation has remained stuck above 3%. The Fed wants it at just 2%. There is some evidence buying is slowing. A new Gallup poll predicts Americans will spend a little less this year during the holidays.
If that spending starts to resume in a significant way in the next 2 months, that could keep the pressure on prices.
Powell says another rate hike is possible if inflation doesn't head in the right direction.
The process of getting inflation sustainably down to 2% has a long way to go.
The Fed makes its next decision on rates in December. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Okay, we're going to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for a weather forecast.
Yeah, as we come into the month of November, it's on a cold note, but we are going to see some improvement with the temperatures here. We do have precipitation, but it's not really probably till next week. A few showers maybe Saturday and Sunday. I think the better shot really is Monday, Tuesday, but probably even Sunday night through Monday night. And then maybe we'll have to keep an eye on snow chances, at least as we go further north. We'll see if we see any of that coming next week. Right now, it's a little bit too question mark. Overall, we got 40s tomorrow, 50s through the weekend, and then really for next week, we're going to slow back to the 40s and 30s. But overall, nothing too extreme on either ends of the spectrum with the temperatures. Overall for tonight, once again, we're going to already starting to lose the cloud cover, so we'll have a brief clear period overnight that allow the temperatures to fall quickly, but then as we get past midnight, we're going to start seeing more high clouds push in. That'll help keep the temperatures up a little bit as you wake up tomorrow morning. We're still looking at 20 degrees, but it won't be as cold as we were this morning, and then we'll see cloud cover off and on throughout the day, kind of like today, just some high clouds, but notice the west winds will start boosting those temperatures up to the 40s by the afternoon. Most areas will be in the 40s and then more clearing skies, but once again, we'll see the winds coming up from the Thursday night, so that means a warmer night as we go into Thursday. Big picture shows that all this cloud cover that we're going to see over the next 7 days is from the systems out to the Pacific West. It's going to come across, but really it falls apart. We just continue to see cloud cover one, and then here comes a Friday system. Once again, that is just going to be more cloud cover, really not precipitation. They've just fallen apart as they push west to east across the area. So that's what we're going to see. The good news is that type of flow does help to boost our temperatures up a little bit because it's not coming from the northwest, and that's a positive. Precipitation really comes into factor next Sunday night. This is Sunday night through Monday, and then going into Tuesday, that's when the chances get real high, and I think that's a system that's going to come near us. That'll be the possibility going into Tuesday, and then by Wednesday, Thursday next week, it starts to push east. So I think that's a time frame that we could have some wet conditions, maybe an all-night or all-day rain come Monday. We'll keep an eye on that. Regarding snow chances right now, everything looks to stay just about to north, but once we get to Monday and night and Tuesday, it's going to be right across northern Wisconsin. There is a small chance right now. We'll iron out more of the details that come. Right now, it looks like La Crosse south. We should all remain just rain going into Tuesday, but that course could change. So overall, as we look at tonight, off and on cloud cover, what we're seeing, temperatures basically in the mid-20s, and that may come just after midnight, and they may start kind of slowly rising towards the morning as the cloud cover increases. But overall, it shouldn't be too bad. Tomorrow, we're going to all get in the 40s. That's the positive. Even close to 50 maybe towards Prairie du Chien. Once again, a light southwest wind and cloud cover here and there, but still some pokes to the sunshine. So overall, getting close to where we should be, which is around 50. That'll come as we get closer to Friday. We'll be back in the 50s, and that'll continue on Saturday and Sunday. Change that clock back, and we go back to the 40s next week with rain. Like I said, the best chance probably comes Sunday night through Monday, and we'll see if we continue that with Tuesday. But overall, it looks pretty good weekend right now with maybe a shower or two, but pretty seasonable temperatures in the 50s.
Yeah, not too shabby.
No, not too bad for the first full weekend of November.
Yeah. We had a rough farewell to October, but
it's okay start to November. Okay. We'll see how the rest of the month goes.
All right, fingers crossed. Greg, thanks very much. When we come back tonight at 5, getting ready for Turkey Day. The Wells Fargo Agri-Food Institute gives us their insight on what prices to expect for the upcoming holiday right after this.
Energy-efficient windows with beautiful new wood trim installed by skilled carpenters. Contact the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
Ho, 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 this is Santa. It's time for the Christmas kickoff at Wesco and Sparta, Saturday, November 4th, starting at 11 a.m. I'll be there with my reindeer for special savings and fun activities. That's the Christmas kickoff November 4th at Wesco and Sparta. Ho, ho, ho.
If you're tired of that old, outdated kitchen and ready for a change, consider cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens, the easy and affordable way to achieve a modern high-end look without a lengthy, expensive remodel. Upgrade to soft close doors and drawers backed with a lifetime warranty. Don't put off updating your kitchen any longer. Do it now during our holiday savings sale and receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project. Great financing with 48 months, 0% interest, senior and military discounts, plus a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash with your cabinet refacing purchase to use for future home improvement projects. And last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-257-6651. That's 715-257-6651.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Ho, 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 this is Santa. It's time for the Christmas kickoff at Wesco and Sparta, Saturday, November 4th, starting at 11 a.m. I'll be there with my reindeer for special savings and fun activities. That's the Christmas kickoff November 4th at Wesco and Sparta. Ho, ho, ho.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the Collins Dictionary has released its 2023 Word of the Year. And the drum roll, please. The winner is AI, as in artificial intelligence. Collins defines AI as a term that describes the modeling of human mental functions by computer programs. Stories about AI have dominated the headlines amid the technology's rapid development this year. No kidding.
Yeah, it has been a big year.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for a pizza that's true to DiGiorno's promise, most definitely not delivery. The company's Thanksgiving pizza is They say perfect for people who don't feel like cooking for the holiday. Toppings include the obligatory turkey, of course, but also sweet potatoes, green beans, cranberries, and crispy onions. The pie even has gravy. Yes, gravy. If you need some time to think about it, that's all right. You can only get it on DiGiorno's website, and guess what? It is already sold out. Go figure. But the company promises it'll release more for pre-order every Wednesday until Thanksgiving at noon Eastern time.
I don't know. Would you do that one?
Oh, absolutely not. I love pizza, love Thanksgiving menu, but you don't conflate the two.
You don't put it on a pizza. I don't know. If I were hungry enough, I was just looking at it and I changed my mind. I might do it.
Okay, just for the novelty,
I also haven't had
perhaps.
lunch, right?
All right. Well, we'll debate it with Greg during the break. He'll have your last forecast right after this.
Right.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's Fall Workwear event is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for quality boots and apparel, offering unbeatable deals on workwear to help your hard-earned dollars go further. Right now, get $25 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 you spend on Carhartt gear. Shop these light and waterproof men's Keen utility work boots in stock now. All cat work boots are on sale, $10 off. And get these Wells Lamont work gloves for just $9.99.
Find value at Blain's Farm and Fleet.
It's big, really big. It's the Weekend Furniture Blowout at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. This weekend, for 4 big days, we've slashed prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, and recliners from Flexsteel, Decor Rest, and Smith Brothers. Bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Cannondale. Plus the area's finest selection of leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. You'd better hurry. You won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The Weekend Furniture Blowout. It's this weekend only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, in fall. Surrounded by breathtaking colors, with so many fall things to do, like picking and exploring. Celebrate fall in Prairie du Chien with us at one of many great events. Along the Mississippi, between the majestic river bluffs, fall in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. We'll see you soon.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
The burning question of the last 2 minutes, Greg. Thanksgiving pizza?
No,
would you do it?
Absolutely not.
No?
He doesn't want to because of the calories.
Too much. It just doesn't sound that great.
That's a flimsy excuse.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Anyway, it's going to be kind of chilly still tonight, but not overly as what we saw last night with 25. Once again, the clouds will decrease, but they'll come back in towards the morning. That'll keep the temperature kind of rising towards the morning hour. 46, we're all in the 40s tomorrow, off and on sunshine, so not quite as chilly. Not where we should be, but it's getting to that point because that'll come up in Friday with 50 degrees, and we'll see those 50s through the weekend. Some upper 40s, some lower 50s, depending on where you're at. There could be a shower too Saturday and Sunday. More details to work on that, but it does look dry. And then the clock changes back Sunday morning, and then we go into a wet period probably for Monday and Tuesday, and back into the 40s.
All right.
Okay, hello November.
That's right.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.